Hi friends, and welcome back to Thriftmas Day 10, where we are going into my Goodwill every single day for the first 12 days of July. Well, I guess happy Thriftmas in July. I forgot that, but I'm pretty sure you know that. Also, OOTD brought to you by Thriftmas. This is the Jay McLaughlin dress that we got yesterday, a couple days ago. Clearly it's all running together. But yeah, I have my friend with me again. She is once again hiding. Hi. So she is going to be my big helper to go inside and see what we can find. Crossing fingers for new racks. Yesterday was really good. We got lots of good stuff. So what are we going to find today? You don't know? I don't know. Let's go inside and find out. No, where'd you go? And we are back. You know I like to look at whatever catches my eye, and I saw one of those like can't return them things that covers like the entire dress, but this was just misguided, so nothing I was looking for. However, this was a good score. This was St. James. It said made in France. I actually have not picked this up before. It's just a really basic but high quality stretch fabric, and I think that's going to sell between like 35 and 50. So again, just checking what they've added on the racks since I was here yesterday, just at like the very end. I loved this Fashion Nova dress. I thought it would be adorable, but okay, this is one I noticed that it was silk, and it's 100% silk, and it is per se. I was trying to decide for a long time whether to pick this up. It does go in my cart for the entire duration of the trip, and then at the end I do end up putting it back. It looks like it can probably sell. I just wasn't sold on the style. Okay, unfortunately, once again, there was only new rack, and we didn't find any. Well, we found one thing on it, hopefully for Skylar. I'll have her show you, but nothing to resell. So we're gonna just go find other things, but hold on. Okay, what is this?
It's a little...
And what are you gonna do with it?
I can put jewelry and stuff.
You can put jewelry and stuff. We'll see. What did we find for you for Easter next year? Isn't that pretty? The sparkles and the bow.
And
So cute. So cute. It's gonna be $4.
but look, you have to make this.
What?
It's
Oh, it's all of those beads, like the things you've been
You
doing.
stack it up and make a Christmas
Wow,
tree.
that's pretty crazy. I wonder if they're all there though. Anybody need Barbie? Or, oh, look how
I'm
cute.
not graduating.
No, I know, but it's like these sometimes can sell well, but it says class of 22 on it. So I think that would be a tough sale. But we're checking out.
It's still there.
What? Oh, yep, we saw this earlier in Thriftmas. Here's little Fantasia Mickey. Who's this? This looks cute. Okay, Skylar. All right, what is this? There's a dinosaur coming out of a dinosaur. I don't know.
It's open.
And oh, there's another one right there.
It's a poster.
All right, I'm gonna go find more stuff. Oh my God, keep it straight. Here we are. So cute. This thing's only $15, and now I like want to find a spot to put it in her room because it is so cute. Like as she gets older, oh my gosh. I don't know where we're gonna put it. Oh my gosh, she's calling my name. Oh dear, I have to show you this. You are too big. We did end up leaving the dresser, but I'll probably have nightmares because it was so cute. But I did stumble upon these Jordans. These are super cute. I loved the colorway. They are a youth size, but they're a big youth size. They're like 6.5, I think. And these comped really well in store. So at, again, $12. Somehow a bunch of Nikes slipped through. They often price Nikes at like $15, $20, $25. So these were a pickup. There were a few new carts out, so let's see what we can find as usual. I actually meant to look that backpack up, but I'm remembering that I forgot, so who knows. I have no idea what this is, so if anyone knows, please let me know down in the comments. This looked like a fun game, but not super family friendly, and my kids are 3 and 8, so we will wait till they're a bit older. This one looked fun. I didn't pick it up, but I don't know. Let me know if anyone's played that. Okay, so here was another personal use pickup. This is going straight to my sister. I think she is going to love this. She's a big Harry Potter fan, and she has been doing quite a bit of crocheting. So that specific one has Harry Potter and it has Dobby. So, I mean, the two best characters. And I was happy to report that when I got it home and checked it out, it was perfectly complete, never used, and the tape all around it did come off. Here's another pair of really nice looking shoes that I wanted to check out. They looked to be really good quality, but Sam Edelman, I think these are going to be like $15. They're just not going to sell well enough. But if they had been $5 or so, I probably would have grabbed those. They did look almost brand new. Definitely had a little bit of wear on the bottom, but somebody took very good care of them. Okay, so these are Allegria, and these are like a tall boot. And I looked these up. I was about to get them because I have never seen something this substantial before from Allegria. So I thought I could maybe sell them for around $45 or so. Also checking out whatever these super cool like Oxford's loafers are. I looked those up but couldn't find anything. I really struggled with those. But you can see the squirrel moment. I just got completely pulled away from the boots. When I do go back to the boots, I was seeing this like red tarnish on the buckles. And that was the one thing that kind of tipped me over because those were going to be $15. So I ended up putting those back. Over in the men's shorts, they had a whole bunch of these brand new with tags. These look to be a line within Under Armour. I wasn't familiar with them, but once I did some more investigation and I looked inside the pants or the shorts, you're going to see that they are branded as Under Armour. It might be hard to see it on camera. These were all priced up to $10. If those had been standard $5 price, I might have grabbed all of them and done a huge like multi-quantity listing. Peekaboo! I haven't found quite as many kids and youth shoes as I did during Thriftmas in December. Unfortunately, we had some good grabs and they all sold pretty well. I can only think of a couple that haven't yet sold. Checking the other sections since they have them all split up now. Here's some UGG that, you know, back in the day I might have grabbed, but I'm really kind of straying away from those. I have a hard time selling them, and then they don't sell for more than like 20 or so. These had a bit of wear on them, I think. Checking, hoping those were maybe bogs. Bogs sell really well for me in kids and women's. Okay, so just wanted to show you, this is the newest J. Crew label. If this had had bottoms with it, I probably would have grabbed it. That label within J. Crew does pretty well for me, and that would have not been that expensive since this is sleepwear. I said it at the beginning of Thriftmas, but I'm trying to keep a better eye on sleepwear to see what all I can find. I think a lot of people don't check it. I think sometimes it is hard to find good things, but I'm really trying to give it a better chance because I think I really have been sleeping on sleepwear. If anyone needs a cool Christmas outfit, I got you covered. Not really. I left them there. I picked a random row of women's tops to go through. Honestly, when they don't have new racks out, I don't really have that much of a strategy for this store because normally I'm just looking at the new racks and then I'll pop back out. But I wanted to make sure we have a good time in these videos, so I'm going through some racks. All right, this was super cute. This was a Hello Kitty collab and they did have it priced up. I didn't even look it up, to be honest, but some of that stuff can be valuable. So I don't know, let me know if I missed out on that one. That, I just loved the colors, the like 90s Y2K. Probably could do well on Depop. I've been really thinking about giving Depop another shot and putting more attention into it. I don't know. Things have been going really well on Poshmark and eBay. I've really gotten a rhythm down. And yeah, I'm not sure if Depop at this point would just distract me and slow me down when I'm listing, because I wasn't selling a ton when I started it originally. These look so soft and comfy, but I've said in some previous videos, I'm just not a slipper person. All right, look how old this J. Jill tag is. This is something that I probably would have picked up at the bins, but I'm not gonna grab it here. I do check it out just to see if it is silk, and it ended up being polyester. We are in the long sleeves. This is an Athleta, but it's highly printed and I have a hard time selling those really printed ones. The short sleeves for me, the tank tops and short sleeves at my Goodwill are the same price. They are still $5.49. Here's a North Face that's not worth paying up for, very basic. And it's very rare when I can find some short sleeve stuff that's worth selling here. So sometimes I find it on the new racks, but I honestly really just tend to skip it because the bang is not worth my time. This tag I wasn't familiar with. I'm checking it over because if it was maybe 100% linen, it would be worth me checking into, but it did not end up being 100% linen. I did love the color though. This was a really cool vintage. I have sold stuff like that before in the past that I've gotten at like the bins. Here's a Joie. I have this exact same sweater in beige listed that's not selling. Old school Chicos. Here's another cashmere sweater, but like so many before it, has a great big hole in the front. This one I just wanted to point out is Wild Fox. I have a lot of success selling Wild Fox men's clothes. I did look this up. This just looked really basic for women's and I think would have sold for around $15. So at $5.49, we have to put that back. But I had some other good finds off camera. This is a J. McLaughlin. This is their Catalina cloth fabric. I love the print. It's a great season for it. This is my first time finding L Space. L Space is a great brand to resell. This is actually a sweater dress that they had mismarked. It's just got some fuzzies from the floor on the bottom. My daughter accidentally moved the cart and kind of swept it while I had that listed there. And then Peter Millar Crown Crafted. This is actually a men's pullover, and this is a performance merino wool, so I'm listing that at like $65. So I was really excited to grab all three of those things. Back over in the dresses, here's an example of something I would have picked up in the past, Adriana Papel, but I am passing on. She is slowing more and more down for me, unfortunately. There was so much Adriana Papel. I found a ton of it today. Now here is a brand that I have one thing listed, but it has not yet sold, and that is Bardot. This is the Gemma dress. It's really beautiful. I actually have the same dress already listed and it hasn't sold yet, so I really considered putting both of these back, and I decided I think I just have the other dress listed too high. I'm gonna list these both at $35. They're a classic style. I like the lace. I like that one's black. The other's in my favorite purple color, just like this dress. And hopefully these ones will end up selling. I think that's like maybe a handmade dress. I think somebody made this at home. It's pretty though. You liked this white one earlier too.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's different though. Looks the same though. This is Elizabeth and James RIP because it is a really high-end brand, but it started being sold at Kohl's, so it's all impossible to sell. Basically, at this point, I have a couple things listed that aren't the Kohl's line, and I can't get it to sell. This quince caught my eye, so I ran right over to it. This is a really beautiful, like olive green shirt dress, and ding, 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 it is 100% silk. I was very happy to see that. It's also, since it's a wrap dress, it's a little big on me, but I should be able to wrap it and wear it to work. It would be beautiful as like holiday, on Christmas. I will use all of those keywords for it, as well as like quiet luxury, minimalist, capsule wardrobe. Z Supply is a great brand, and this is new with tags. They do like wardrobe basics, like high elevated, good materials. And unfortunately, they had this again priced at $17, which seems to be standard for things that have new with tags. More Adriana Papel. I saw probably at least 10 Adriana Papel dresses. So again, just like yesterday, just kind of checking the ends of these dress racks to see if they've added anything new since the day before. Dresses are so hard to go through because my store does them on these like 4-tier racks. This, I thought the print was adorable. You got to give it to fast fashion. Okay, here's a really good find. This is Hilo Hattie. It is made in Hawaii. Obviously a tropical Hawaiian dress. They're usually always 100% cotton. I love the bright red floral fabric, and it is a size extra large, which is great also. She is having the time of her life now. But another great find was this Toad & Co. floral jumpsuit. The fabric is really nice. They are like kind of an outdoors athleisure type brand. It's a size large. I also really loved this one behind it. I just loved the print. I couldn't find anything about it, but I certainly would have worn it. Here's another new with tag Stitch Fix dress that I would have grabbed if it had been standard price, but not $17. They rolled out a new rack. Let's go get it. So I couldn't film the beginning of it because there was another shopper there. So of course I'm always trying to protect people's privacy. But unfortunately I didn't find anything on the first half anyway. So you didn't miss anything. I'm also not gonna lie, 12 days of this in a row, my shoulders are a little tight. Look how cool this print is. I absolutely loved it. I couldn't find anything about it. It's probably just like an Amazon fast fashion or something. Lots of Old Navy, lots of fast fashion, lots of H&M, lots of Shein. These are intense printed leggings from Soft Surroundings, and I honestly didn't even know they made kind of activewear like that. So again, I'm in the thrift stores all the time, and I learn something new every single trip. This one was intense. Not my style. She is on her bike again. It hasn't sold yet. All right, here's Fair Harbor. Fair Harbor is a nice outdoorsy brand. I looked this up at $3.29. I am going to grab that. It looks like it's going to be a good basic that could sell around $20. This Nike looked very fake also. So we were literally walking and putting this one dress back, and I happened to catch, I was like, oh my gosh, these are on Clouds, but they have Merrill inserts and they're $15. So I was actually gonna pass on these. But then this caught my eye. Oh my gosh, look how pretty these are. If I hadn't decided to put this dress back, I would have completely missed these. And they are $12.99. Oh, Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. There's some UFOs. That's a good grab too. Man, so that just goes to show that if you keep digging, you will find stuff. I mean, those Veronica beard clogs retail for like $395. I am so excited. They are in beautiful condition. I also am really excited for this Easter dress. She's gonna look like a little Easter egg. She's gonna be so cute. I love it. And I think my sister is gonna absolutely love this also. So all in all, a very good day. We ended up getting 13 things. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I did return that Armani shirt. I just am not convinced. I looked it up and down. I did so much like Google imaging of the different aspects of it, and I think I would rather just miss out on the like $100 I could get from it rather than accidentally sell something that's counterfeit. And because I just don't want to give someone something that's counterfeit and make money off of it, and B, I don't want to risk damage to my eBay account or my Poshmark account if I sell something and then have a claim against me. So because I'm not confident that it's going to verify and I don't want to pay to get it like authenticated, if anyone knows of any really good free authentication, I know I'm asking for a lot here. Like I should be willing to pay for it if I want it to be good. But there's times where I just want to like just kind of have a hint of whether it's real or not. But anyway, that is it. We need to go get baby brother, right? Yes, and get home and eat some dinner. So thank you so much for hanging out with us once again. Don't forget to subscribe. There are still 2 days left that I don't want you to miss, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.